Alright, welcome back to another race day. I think I said last week that this week we're going to be flying about 400 kilometres. But because of some bird flu concerns with the outbreak areas here in Australia, the race has been brought back to about 270 k's this week. It is a bit of a headwind. The birds haven't seen a headwind at all this year, and the Liberation Report was a bit rough, so I think the birds will be a bit broken up. I do have the whitebird race on this week, and I also have 3 of Kurt Maney's birds coming in on this race as well. So we'll keep an eye out for them, but the birds will be here in about an hour, so I'm going to head outside and we can watch the birds come in. I think this is 15 again. Come on. That's him. That took a long time to time in, wow. I've heard there are birds a long way in front, but I haven't seen a single pigeon. Apart from this fellow who's just timed in. It's a really funny day. So either I'm a long way behind, or the birds are very broken up. Come on. Here he is, this is a 2-year-old cock. Doesn't like coming in this way, he likes to sit up the top. Like an idiot. Come on, mate. In you go. Turn around. Turn around. That's better. And that was a few minutes gap there on the eye pigeon clock. Yeah. 8 minutes. Wow. So here's the 2 birds home. This one, he's been first home 3 weeks in a row. It's a very nice bird, that one. This is an old cockbird. He's a bit lazy, doesn't like trapping too well. But I only have these 2, so I'm hoping that the rest of them show up pretty soon. I've still got 21 birds. I thought I had the white bird in, but it's Amelia. Come on. Come on. This is another 2-year-old. She hasn't had a race in a long time. I don't think she's raced since the 2nd week. She had short flight feathers. That's 3 in, so 20 to come. It's a group of pigeons coming over. Let's see if any of them pull out. No, doesn't look like they're out. Alright, here's one more, I think. Is that him? No, it's not. I thought that was my 3-year-old cockbird. Come on. It's still been a big gap since the last pigeon. I'll show you in a second on the eye pigeon clock. That was, what that, another 7-minute gap. That's him, I think. That's the 3-year-old. That's him, yeah, 3-year-old cockbird. Turn around, mate. This pigeon has actually been on about 40% of the races I've done at this loft. Come on, you got a time in. Another step, come on. Oh, this is the one that was first over the pad last week. Come on. That should be number 84, I think. Yep, 2784. Let's turn around and here's another one. Might be one of Kurt's birds, possibly. Come on. No, I don't think so. No, that's not. Let's see who that was. 07. Another small group going past. It's an ibis. But I think there was a pigeon. There he is. Still waiting on all of my birds from Kurt and my whitebird race pigeon. So, it'd be nice if they could turn up soon. It's another one of mine, I think. So I think we've got 8 birds in now. Yep, 8 birds in. Look at that. Number 7 was 7th. Come on. Who was that? Still only 9. There's still more than half of the birds missing. I said that'd be broken up, but I thought that'd be a bit faster than this. Alright, so we've got 9 of the birds home. That's the first one in the back. There's one up the top there. I know I said they'd be broken up, but I thought we'd get them a bit quicker than this. Still less than half of the birds in, so I'm hoping for some better returns than this. Hey, look who's here! Come on! Come on. This is the most excited I've been all day. Come on. Come on. Jump down. There we go. Another one while still waiting. There we go. Well, we got a bird home from the white race. Some more wildlife. Not sure if they're in focus, but there's some Australian pelicans. I'm happy to see her. This is the bird I thought was going to be in first. She was not first, as we can quite clearly see. What's that? 12 home now, but I'm glad that she's home. Alright, it's been a little while, but we just got one more bird in. Come on. Can't actually see, the sun's straight in my eyes. Come on. I thought this hen would do a little bit better. She's kind of bred for these conditions. But that's 13 in, so I think I'm still missing 10. And there's a few good old birds that I'm missing as well. Look at that, 2 pigeons. They're both ours? I don't know, I was almost falling asleep in the sun out here. And then I saw the shadows. Come on, guys. It'd be nice if some of Kurt's birds are home. I'm still missing all 3 of them. They've been flying for about 4.5 hours now, I think. And I can't see anything because the sun is directly in my eyes. I think that blue bar is 112. Yeah, that's 112. Oh, there's a dive that I almost missed. And that bird on the roof is not actually ours. But what's that now? 15 homes. I'm still missing 8 pigeons. Alright, well, it's mate, this guy was fighting before I sent him to the race. That's why I sent him, because he was beating up somebody else on the floor. Anyway, it's been about almost 5 hours since the birds were liberated. And there's still only 15 home. I don't have any of Kurt's birds back yet either. It's just the white bird. I don't know how I've gone on the white bird race yet, but we'll get those results soon. It was a tough race. I'm still hoping we get the rest of these home, because we shouldn't be losing birds from this distance. But this is all we've got at the moment. He looks happy as Larry. The rest of them are quite tired. I'm diving in. Oh, that was a nice dive. Oh, that looks like Kurt's checker hen, I think. She's obviously done it a bit tough. No, it doesn't have the marker ring, so I don't think it is his. Go down and have a look. No, it's not. It's one of mine. Still missing all of Kurt's. Alright, it is the next day. It's actually the next afternoon, and I really wish I had some good news on the returns. But unfortunately it's been raining all day. It's terrible weather outside, and I'm still missing all of Kurt Maney's birds. which is really upsetting actually. They were nice pigeons, so I hope we get them back soon. If they are back after I finish recording this, I will make some YouTube shorts to show you guys that they're back. But for now, let's take a look at the race results. So it was a very strange day yesterday. If we look at these velocities, there was a headwind, and I was expecting about 1300, maybe 14 if we were lucky. The winner up here flying 1809, then the next bird's not 5 minutes, and then the third bird 10 minutes later. If you come down to 10th, it's a 16-minute gap. I was all the way down here in 86th, I think I was. There we go, 86. It's actually a 36-minute gap to me down here in 86th, and then there is plenty of people behind me. It's still, 48 minutes, 50 minutes, 55 minutes, an hour later there's still birds coming in. And here in Australia, it's only a first bird that counts. So this, an hour later, after the first bird, hour and 10 minutes, hour and 12 minutes, hour and 15 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours. These are all people getting their first pigeon. So the birds were extremely broken up in yesterday's race. If we look at the club result, again, huge gaps. So I was down here in 9th, but the winner to second was a 2-minute gap. From the winner to third is a 9-minute gap, and it was just about a 20-minute gap to me down here in 9th place. So again, just a very funny day. I don't really understand it. Huge gaps, birds all broken up. But let's take a look at the one that you might be interested in, the White Bird Derby. I don't really rate my whites, I only keep them for this particular race. And I was down here in 7th, 36 minutes behind the first white bird. And if you look at this velocity, the first white bird would have actually beaten my first racing pigeon. So it was a very funny day. The weather for this coming week doesn't look great. I'm not even sure if we'll get a race in. But we'll keep going and trying to keep the birds tossed and fit in this weather. This is the first guy who was in yesterday. He was in first the last 3-week training. So I do have a bit of a choice to make with him. I have to decide if I keep him going this year or hold him to be flown as an old bird next year. But that's about it for today. A very funny race result. This is that 3-year-old cockbird. I might make a video on him soon because he's, like I said yesterday, he's flown almost 40% of all the races I've flown to this loft. But that'll do for today. I'll see you guys again next week.